Yes, we know there's campfire labels. We all know about those. But did you know that Holler Park Primitive has much, much more, especially in the Patriotic Americana line? Oh my goodness, look at the whole array that she has created. So in today's video, we are going to be creating with something. I love campfire marshmallow tins, but I thought it would be fun to do a little bit different theme. So yes, these images are from Holler Park Primitive, and it's funny to see one, and she's out of Wisconsin, that one says Union City, Michigan, which I'm in Michigan, and Union City is where my sister-in-law lives, which is like close to us. That's great. Isn't that crazy? It's such a small world. So now that I got them printed out, we're going to seal these in so that my ink doesn't smear when I go to decoupage them on. So I'm just going to seal them in with some weather defense. This is a set off of Amazon. I like it. It's hard to find wooden ones. It's just how it goes. But this is cardboard, so perfect for doing this project to decoupage and paint them up to make them look like primitive. I kind of was like, we're all doing marshmallow tins. I thought it would be fun just to do a set for the 4th of July with, I know that sparkler boxes are usually square and, all that. But anyway, y'all. So this is the set we're going to do. Though, since it's paper, I'm a little nervous about just painting on it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing I did with the labels. I'm going to seal these in with a clear coat before painting them. And they may paint up just fine, but I just want to be proactive. I ordered this in lots of 12 by Granite Gold. You don't have to order 12. I just love it. I am getting the new shipment, and I ordered the wood one because I always tend to use the metal, which has worked for everything, but it's way cheaper than Amazon, y'all. I do link it in the description below. I'm not commissioned. I'm not affiliate. I just love the product. That goes to find a clear coat that consistently doesn't do bumps, doesn't turn white, there's a lot of doesn't when it comes to a spray clear coat. So that's why once I found this one, I was in love. Okay, now I sprayed both sides to make sure that it was sealed in. Now I'll just get them cut out. It's funny, when I was done scrapbooking all my kids' stuff, I never thought I would ever use this again, but here I am. So I'm going to be using DIY's clay-based paint in Carnival Red or Bohemian Blue. Have a build-up, and yep, we're going to do the bottom. And nobody said you had to have matching. So for the lid, I'm going to do red. Crafting is all about just having fun. Seasonal is always fun, even though I think Americana is year-round. Then even though I will probably be selling these separately, I'm going to do every other one. The mix of the paint like this. Definitely easier to hold the lid to paint it, work around it. Will this work or not? I don't know. I have a whole bunch of stars that I cricketed out for another project, and I still have plenty left. Fun. to take a few of the stars and just randomly not worry about where the label's going to go. And just put those down to prevent paint from sticking in the area in the shape of a star. I'm not sure. This is removable vinyl. So I don't want to go crazy and then all of a sudden I sealed it so it shouldn't pull off the cardboard, but just to be on the safe side, we're just going to do one. No, you just kind of keep putting them until you think it looks good, right? Not go too crazy, right? And then we'll just paint right over those. There again, going back around, making sure we're going to distress it so it doesn't need to be perfect. DIY paint does that very easily. Not going to do the lid, just the base. Because if by chance it does tear up my paper, yeah, let's just have to deal with one item at first. If it works, I have plans to do this project a little bit different every time I do it. So I did order some more of these, different type. Now you can help dry DIY paint by using a heat gun. As you see, the smaller one's starting to dry already. Now that the paint's dry, I'm going to go ahead and seal it in before distressing it. Okay, I want to see what the stars look like. They're there. Fun. Okay, we're going to do a little distressing, and I'm just going to use a power sander to do that. Well, I think priming it did help because I'm not really getting down, other than on the corners, down to that cardboardy paper mache. So now I'm going to back these all to get the image to pop and not be on a dark surface. I'm going to back them onto copier paper. And since I'm doing multiples, I'm just going to go ahead and just do them all at the same time. That way, hopefully, I'm only using one sheet of copier paper and not wasting it. I don't know. I'm a little questionable about the little one or not, but I'm going to leave a little bit of an edge because I'm going to do a burning technique. To kind of make the label look war. For distressing the others, we want this to look war. So I have a little rag with some water, a lighter, and then we're going to go ahead and burn it. And it usually won't burn into what was wet, so you kind of can't do them all at once. I got to glue it adhere it, and then your water's just to extinguish the flame, but it gives you that nice burnt edge. I'm going to do that all to all the labels. Okay, to put the label on, I'm going to put the lid on, so we know how to center it. Looking for my back, my seams. I'm going to line up my seams so they're towards the back. I'm going to go ahead and go on here, and then the little firecracker is going to go here. So I'm going to put a good amount because I have 2 pieces of paper here now. And burning it kind of dries it. Take your brayer to help push it down. Sometimes you have to, it soaks it in, so sometimes you got to add a little bit more. Kind of playing with it until you get you definitely want to make sure your edges are down. Fun. Just go right down the line, find my seams. Not that the top matters for this part, but I just want to line them up. And then this one is getting the flag. Make sure that, I mean, if you can, it doesn't really, we seal the paper in. That's where my placement will be. My cloth is just dry. It's just helping me kind of push on it. Unlike, the tissue type of decoupage paper, you're a little bit thicker here. I do like the star one. Now that I know if I seal it in, you can seal it in with shellac too. You don't have to, whatever clear coat you have on hand. I was just had it out because I was sealing the paper. So you definitely don't have to use the weather defense. It was just right here. If it pops a wheelie, you need a little bit more of the adhesive. Like I said, I don't know. Actually, I don't know why I have to line it up. I just do. The ashes, you're not going to see them. Like, so when you're in, the program and you're sizing them, this one looks like it could be a little bit wider, but then it started doing weird things to the letter and making them wonky. So that's kind of how it decides sometimes what size you're going to have it. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit more character. I'm going to go ahead and wax the whole thing using aging wax. not too concerned about the label right yet, because I'm going to do a little something more to that. That's going to deepen that back down. I'm going to seal in any of that DIY paint that we sanded back down. Darken it up. Now I'm going to take the wax around the label. And if you guessed that I'm going to be using decrepit dust, you are right. So I'm just going to add a little bit of decrepit dust. You gotta do this while your wax is still wet. Hasn't dried yet. And it just gives it a little bit more age. Seal in our lid with the same wax. Just adds so much character. I will say this one bubbled. I don't know why. I don't get a choice sometimes. Sometimes the item just does what the item's going to do. It was probably the layer from the manufacturer wasn't, because none of the rest of them bubbled. I didn't oversaturate it. Sometimes it just happens, and you just have to call that a character flaw. You could go with clear wax too if you don't want to make them look so primitive. You don't necessarily have to be doing the aging wax. And I just take it around. I know it always looks like a lot, but you blend it and get it to come off. Let's see. Of course, yes, now I wish I would have done more stars, but what if they would have tore off the paper? I don't know, you know, right? Now I know. If I seal it in, we should be good. Yes, check out HollerParkPrimitives. She has so many different type of printables. It's even fun that way, but not quite what I'm looking for this one. But yeah. got too brown, just go back in with the other wax and wipe it off. Now, if the inside would have been the brown, like the outside, I would have stained it, but I don't think it's going to stain very well as the white. Like if it would have been that. It did not say that when I was ordering it. I thought that it was just going to be the brown paper. You know, you're buying a reproduction. You're not getting a, you know. After I take my gloves off and it dries, I can clean out my fingerprints in the inside. But for right now, they're there.